Sonnet 121 is a thrilling piece, a poem of self-discovery by the man of the millennium, William Shakespeare. This sonnet is very unique. In Shakespeare's other poems, it is easy to find the main theme. However, in this piece, we can see from the very beginning that the theme is hard to identify. The poem starts with a comparison of unknowns. "'Tis better to be vile than vile esteemed." It is only by going on to the next lines that we can gain a sense of what vile means within the context of the sonnet. When not to be receives reproach of being, and the just pleasure last which is so deemed, not by our feeling, but by others seeing. So what we have so far is Shakespeare's thinking about turning evil, because, he's good, but everyone's getting blamed for being evil. So maybe if he just turned evil, he would get some pleasure out of it at least. Next we come to a question. For why should others, false adulterate eyes, give salutation to my sportive blood? We can go ahead and finish this quatrain, which brings us to another question. Or, on my frailties why are frailer spies, which in their wills count bad, what I think good. So at the beginning we learned that people thought him evil or vile without any cause. But now we're starting to learn more about these people. They seem to be vile themselves. They're immoral without cause. And, Shakespeare seems to have a bitterness towards this inflexible system in which people have values, which they blame others without understanding. Here we continue to what I believe is the most important part of the poem. Shakespeare goes on to say, "No, I am that I am, and that they level at my abuses reckon up their own." He starts off with a resounding no, answering his two questions from the previous slides. He doesn't care what the people with the false adulterate eyes think, or what the frailer spies believe. He is who he is, and he's found himself. The sonnet goes on. I may be straight, though they themselves be bevel. By their rank thoughts my deeds must not be shown. So here he says that even though they're all evil, they're judging him, he's going to stay straight, and that you can't judge his acts, how he is, based on how all these evil people are portraying him to be. This brings us to the end of Sonnet 121. The last two lines. Here we go. He says, unless this general evil they maintain, all men are bad, and in their badness reign. Alright, so far, in the first quatrain, there was a description of evil, and it seemed better to be evil than innocent. Then in the second quatrain, the sonnet becomes more personal, where the speaker wonders if there's any reason for people to be so corrupt. The third quatrain shows the first point of decisiveness, and rejects those who believe others corrupt without reason. Now Shakespeare mocks them. Shakespeare is a man that doesn't believe in good or evil, and makes a point to show how ridiculous they are, by saying something as crazy as all men are evil.